In this video, we're going to take a look at the Advanced Task Tool. The Advanced Task Tool, like the OnTask tool, is a set of counters that is aimed to measure perceived on or off task. The difference with the Advanced Task Tool is that instead of just two counters, on and off task, you actually have 6 counters. Now, each one of these counters can describe for you a different type of behavior. And each one of those behaviors, depending on the situation, could be an on or an off task behavior. For example, working alone in a group activity would be an off task behavior, but working alone on an activity that allowed for students to work alone could be on task. And switching those counters, of course, allows you to decide what the behavior is going to be. Now, likewise, each one of these behavior descriptions, working alone, working with a group, working with teacher, can be changed. And I could actually change that to be working at table groups, or whatever descriptor I would like it to be. I'm going to bring that back to working alone. When I walk into a classroom using the advanced task, I might want to take a minute or two to make some observational decisions about what it is that I'm going to observe before I step in, or step in and make those decisions before I begin my observation and my walkthrough. The Advanced Task Tool is definitely one of those tools that is probably going to lend itself to a longer, more extended period of time in the classroom. A 3-minute walkthrough would be rather difficult with the Advanced Task Tool. So I walk on in, I select my teacher, and that's going to propagate my email, and then I select the number of students that are in the classroom, and I make some decisions about what behaviors I'm going to observe, and about whether or not those behaviors are on or off task. And then I simply would take my data point. I might note the time when I've stepped in there, and I might say, there are 6 kids working alone, and there are about 11 that are working in groups. What you'll notice is that when I record my advanced task data point, any number of students that 6 and 11 is 17, I have 10 students unaccounted for, the data point is going to label those students as undefined. If I exceed the number of students in a collection and try to record that data point, the system will tell you that the total number of advanced task data points exceeds the total number of students, and that obviously can't work. There will be 3 data points that will show over time, but any data points that you collect beyond the 3 will continue to be recorded. They'll just push the last data point off the screen. And I can be writing my comments alongside my advanced task observation. I do have a timestamp so that I can indicate the time that I took notes. When I'm done, pressing send will send to my teacher, first of all, my introduction email, along with during my visit. I was focused on these tasks, and I classified them as on or off task behaviors, and this is what I observed. And then finally, each individual data point will be below in the raw data as well. Customization of the advanced task can be done through the wrench on the tool or from the main menu configuration menu. If I go to the advanced task wrench, I'm going to see that I can customize first, of course, the email introduction, and then I can customize my default label for each of the behaviors that I'm going to witness, as well as my default settings for whether or not those are on or off task behaviors. As always, I have information buttons that will help me customize tools by telling me what that field is meant to do. If I click back, I'll return to my observation and my walkthrough. And again, pressing preview, of course, will allow me to see my observation and walkthrough prior to pressing send. This is the Advanced Task Tool, and of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me at kevinc@iwalkobservation.com.